they aren't able to keep it real with you, and you are able to tell. You always knew that something was up, and you always knew that there was a difference between you and them. The difference between you and them is that you can keep it real and they can't. There are some aspects about them that just don't add up when it comes to keeping it real. All right. There are some things about them that are fake, and you don't want any parts of it. All right. You are the type of person that does not behave in a way that they do. Um, People like to talk behind people's back. People like to, there are some people who like to slander other people. All right. And when you notice these things in friends, or when you notice these things in certain individuals, co-workers, or people in your life, you just don't want anything to do with it. You're not the type of person that will talk about someone behind their back. You're not the type of person that will throw shade on an individual. You're not the type of person that will try to say something to make someone feel a certain type of way. You don't gaslight people. All right. You're the type of person that you like to make sure that people feel good. It's nothing wrong with getting into disagreements. It's nothing wrong with having differences of opinion. But when it becomes like a love-hate relationship, that's when it becomes fake. When people can't tell you that they don't like you, when people can't tell you that they have an issue with you, when people can't tell you that they have a problem with you, and they're just keeping you around for the sake of just keeping you around. Like maybe they're entertainment, maybe they are using you to feel better about themselves, and you are now being able to pick up on these types of negative vibes, and you're able to see that this isn't the type of company that you want to keep. You don't want any love hate relationships, those are toxic. You don't want any unhealthy relationships, those are toxic. You can see that the relationships with these individuals are now becoming unhealthy, and they're becoming toxic, and you just don't want anything to do with them. You rather have someone be able to work something out with you, rather than secretly have a way that they feel about you without telling you. And if someone feels a certain way about you and won't tell you, and they're hiding it, they're pretending to feel one way, but they really feel another way, that's fake. That's not real. You have to avoid that at all costs. You don't want anyone in your life that treats you like that, because you're wasting your real on fake people at that point. And your realness is too valuable to be wasted. You're too valuable to waste your time with individuals that won't keep it real with you. You're too valuable to be in unhealthy, toxic relationships where people have some love for you, but the hate outweighs the love. They have some love for you, but the hatred is causing them to act a certain way, to where now the relationship is toxic. Now it's unhealthy. And you have to avoid those at all costs, because it's bad for your health. You don't want to put yourself in those types of situations, because it takes time away from you, and it takes time away from you that you'll never get back. And you don't want to end up not being able to enjoy your life because of the people that you're placing yourself around. All right. And that's why all the people in your circle are being exposed. All right. You are now noticing these things because the responses that are being given off in your body are trying to alert you and let you know that, wait a minute, something doesn't feel right about this. Something is wrong about this. This isn't normal. This isn't healthy. This isn't a situation that I need to be placing myself in. This isn't the type of environment that I need to be in. These aren't the kind of people that I need to be around. So once you notice that certain relationships are unhealthy, you've outgrown it. Once you realize that certain people are toxic, that means you got to get away from them. All right. They are a different breed. They're a different type of person. Their characteristics that they have, they're not trying to grow. They won't allow themselves to change. They don't want themselves to improve. They want to continue to act a certain way. And they really aren't concerned about how it's causing you to feel or how it's affecting you. So you have to put yourself first in this particular type of situation. And you can't continue to stay in these same circles with these fake people. All right. And the reason why they're being exposed is because it's time for you to save yourself. It's time for you to save yourself. It's time for you to make sure that you don't have any of this energy around you, because you don't want to continue to harm yourself. All right. You don't want to continue to have these stresses about being around people who are going to continue to stay the same, being around people who don't want to work things out. All right. They act like they feel one way towards you, and then they start acting another way, and they don't want to change. They don't want to work it out. It's nothing that they want to fix. It's just something that they're going to continue to do, and you have to give up on it. You have to give up on fake people. All right. When fake people are in your circle and they're starting to expose themselves, and you tried to work it out, it's time to give up. It's time to, that's the only time you should throw in the towel. All right. Throw in the towel on that and give up, because it's going to cause you to have health issues. It's going to cause you to stress. It's going to cause you to feel terrible. All right. And you don't deserve that. So now that you see who these people really are, it's time for you to make a decision. All right. It's not necessarily anything that they can do. So they're not trying to change. They're not trying to fix it. It's something that you can do. All right. It's something that you have to fix. They're not going to fix it, but you can fix it. All right. They're not going to do anything about it, but you can do something about it. So what you have to do is you just have to give up, and you have to go be real someplace else. You have to get away from the fake people. All right. Once they get exposed, don't waste any more time around those kinds of people. All right. Don't waste any more time in those situations, because it's going to drain you of your energy. It's going to make you tired. It's going to make you frustrated. It's going to keep you upset and angry. And you're going to be the one that feels some type of way about it. The person who doesn't want to change, that's who they are. And they're not going to feel anything. They're not stressing over it. They're not worrying about it. That's who they are. So you have to remove yourself from that situation, because as the person who's trying to fix it, as the person who's trying to make it better, as the person who doesn't want to continue to have that type of energy around them, you're trying to solve the problem. You're trying to talk to people. You're trying to work things out. And if you're not seeing any change in people, but they're acting one way and then they're acting another way, like a love-hate relationship, that's a fake relationship. So what you need to do is you have to remove yourself from that, so that way you can go have a healthy relationship someplace else. It's going to cause you anxiety. It's going to cause you all kinds of stress, and it's going to cause you to worry. It's going to cause you to doubt yourself if they're gaslighting you. And that's not something that a healthy person should desire. That's not something that a healthy person needs in their life. So if people are choosing to be unhealthy, you have to let them continue to be unhealthy. If people are choosing to be toxic, you have to choose to let them be toxic, and you can't worry about it. It's nothing that you can do. It's nothing that you can fix. You can only fix you. You can only change you at the end of the day. Everybody has to make a decision to change or do better or be better on their own. So once you realize that people are fake, once you realize that people are going to continue to disrespect you, continue to disrespect, make fun of the things you're interested in, disrespect the type of person that you are, disrespect your values, um, put you down as an individual, just, you got to remove yourself, because that's toxic. And when you try to get them to, when you try to resolve situations, and people act like they don't know what you're talking about, it's childish. All right. When people are playing childish games with you, and you're being upfront and honest about the situation, that's a toxic person. All right. So regardless of who it is, you have to remove yourself from that situation, because that person is now exposing themselves. When they show you who they are, you try to resolve the problem. They act like they don't know what you're talking about, um, which denies them any liability or any responsibility to have to change or anything like that. Now they're sweeping it under the rug. They're gaslighting you, acting like what they're doing isn't what they're doing when you can see it as clear as day. Like you look outside, you see the sun outside. Look outside at night, you see the sun, the moon outside, you see the stars. Like you can see those things. They're the type of person that would be like, the moon's not there, stars aren't there. Stars would be out all night. You'd be like, wow, man, it's a starry night. You'd be like, what stars? There are no stars out here tonight. They're going to deny, and deny. They're going to deny it. Once somebody is denying something that you see, they're gaslighting you, and that person is extremely toxic. That person is extremely uh, creating an unhealthy environment, an unhealthy relationship, a toxic environment, and it's not good for healthy people. It's not good for healthy individuals. It's going to cause you to be unhealthy. The amount of stress, the amount of worry, the amount of doubt, questioning yourself. Enough questioning yourself will make you it'll make you not believe anything that you think. You'll have no confidence in yourself, and you just won't be able to think clearly around this person. So if you're around anyone and you start to question yourself, you start to not be able to think clearly, you start to have like all these kinds of doubts and things like that, that's a toxic person. That's a toxic relationship. And that person is unhealthy for you. All right, especially for your mental health. You have to put your mental health first before all relationships. Mental health comes first, and that comes with you putting yourself first. When you are the type of person that will put themselves first, that means you value yourself. You know your worth. You value your mental health. You know how much mental health is to you. You know how much your health is worth to you. These aren't things that you should second guess, and these aren't things that you should doubt. When you experience something and somebody's doing something and they're telling you that they're not doing it, but it just happened, that person is trying to play you. That person is just playing games with you, and they're really just trying to play you for a fool and trying to see how long you'll stick around and keep enduring that. All right. So you can respect these people. If you have respect for them, keep your respect for them, because that's you. That shows your character. If you have respect for people, keep your respect for them. If you have love for people, keep your love for them. But you're going to have to do it at a distance so that way you can maintain your mental, physical, and spiritual health. Because health is the most important thing to an individual. No, none of us can live for the other person. None of us can be healthy for the other person. You can only live for yourself, and you can only be healthy for yourself. And once your life or your health or mental health become jeopardized because of a relationship, friendship, because you're trying to save it, it's unsalvageable. You can't salvage that. You have to save yourself. The only thing that you could salvage is your own mental health. The only thing that you could salvage is your own peace of mind. When people show you that they don't respect you, or they're constantly disrespecting things that have to do with you, constantly making you like, while making this face like I'm making right now, like why would they say that? Why would they do that? You just got to remove yourself. That is a sign that person is exposing themselves, and that relationship has now become toxic and unhealthy, and it's toxic and unhealthy for you to be around that person. So you can't expect other people to change, but what you can change is what you're doing to keep putting yourself around this person, which is distance yourself, which is not talk to them. All right. And remove yourself from all unhealthy and toxic relationships. All right. And when people show you who they are, you have to believe them. It doesn't matter who it is, because if somebody is showing you a side of them that is affecting you negatively, it's time to go. If you tried to work it out, you tried to talk to them, you tried to improve it, you pulled them aside, told them how you felt about the situation, and they just totally just not caring and just not giving up, then you gotta stop caring. You don't have to stop caring about the person. You don't have to disrespect that person. You don't have to feel negatively towards that person, because that's resentment, and that's not going to be healthy for you. All right. Resentment causes you to lose sleep at night. Resentment causes you to feel even worse about the situation. All right. It's probably going to cause you some guilt too. All right. Resentment causes you to keep thinking about the situation in a way that is going to not serve you. You're going to keep thinking, like replaying the situation in your mind like a broken record, and the stress responses are just going to keep just going off, going off, going off. All right, so like it's going to be like somebody sitting in a car just revving up the gas, like like just it's just wasting your energy. All right, and you got to put your energy towards other things. You got a life. You have to live your life. All right, you can only live for you. You can't live for other people. If other people aren't going to change, you have to move. That's a sign for you to move on with your life and go be healthy and start a new chapter of your life. You have to care about yourself and your health more than certain people, certain toxic relationships. If you tried to work on it, you tried to fix it, you tried to change it, and they're not going to work on themselves, they don't have to. But what you have to do is focus on your health, and you got to put that first. All right. Otherwise, you're just going to keep voluntarily putting yourself in a toxic situation to where you're going to end up constantly getting hurt and constantly getting like just effed with all the time. And like you don't need that. Nobody should be putting themselves in a situation to be effed with because of who the person is and the relationship you're trying to hold on to with them, and you're trying to make things right, and you're trying to be a good person, trying to be the best person that you could be to them. What you need to focus on is being the best person you should be to yourself. You need to focus on being the best person that you should be to yourself, putting yourself first, putting your energy first, and putting your mental health first. All right, that's what you got to put first. You got to put yourself first. You got to put your energy first, and you got to put your mental health first. Because anybody that acts like this towards you, they're showing you that they really don't care about you. They can say they do, they have love for you, but that's a love-hate relationship. All right, there's an imbalance in that relationship. There's some love there, but there's also some hate there too. And you gotta avoid situations like that because it's going to cause you to be unhealthy. It's going to cause you to think that there's something that you're doing wrong, and it's going to cause you to think that it's something that you need to fix, and you're constantly going to be adjusting who you are, and that's walking on eggshells. That's walking on eggshells. You don't need to be walking on eggshells. All right. Don't let people like do some like breadcrumbing type stuff to you where it's like they give you a little bit of good, and then they keep acting like a toxic person. They give you a little bit of good of side of them, and then they keep acting like a toxic person. They give you a little bit of good side, and they keep acting like a toxic person. It's like a seesaw kind of thing. It's like a imbalance of of healthy and unhealthy, and you don't need that. You don't need someone acting healthy, acting unhealthy, unhealthy, acting unhealthy. That's not good for a person's mental state. All right, that keeps a person on edge, and it keeps you walking on eggshells, constantly thinking that you have to adjust who you are to please a person. When you stay in situations like that, it creates a people pleaser state of mind. All right, and you don't. The only person you need to be pleasing is you. All right, only in this relationship, only person you need to be pleasing is you. And this could be anyone that acts like this to you. They're showing you that they value themselves more than they value um, having you around them. All right, they value themselves more than your peace of mind. They don't value your peace of mind. They don't value you like that. They don't value your mental health, your physical health. They don't value your health and spirituality and your peace of mind. You know, and if somebody doesn't value your peace of mind, that is a sign that this person is fake and they're exposing themselves. All right, if they're acting like that's not what they're doing, if they can't tell you how they really feel about you, but secretly that they have another side of them where they're being negatively towards you, that person is being fake. It's different if somebody is outright like mean and nasty, and they're showing you who they are, and they're like, well, I just don't like you, kind of thing. Like, it's just like, oh, okay, this person is real blunt. I appreciate your bluntness. I appreciate your straightforwardness. I'm gonna be over here with it. But Most people don't do that, unfortunately. So when people show you that other side of them, it's not worth waiting around for them to breadcrumb you with the little good sides of them. And that's what they're doing. They're, showing you a little good here and there, but they're just overall a toxic person. And that is unhealthy. All right. It'll cause you to try to be a people pleaser and try to keep working towards having them act like the person that you want them to act like, and they bring that person out whenever they feel like it. You know, they're just toying with you and playing with you. They're emotionally manipulating you, and you don't need that. All right, so don't continue to deal with those types of individuals. All right, you can now see who they clearly are, and they're being exposed. Once someone exposes themselves to you, you got to believe them. You got to. You can't keep trying to look for that other side of them like it's there, like it's on vacation and it's going to come back next week or something. Like, oh, okay, I know he went on vacation. I know she went on vacation. Checking the calendar, checking the watch. They'll be back soon. They'll be back soon. No, they no, don't wait for that. You're the whole other time the person's hitting you with a club upside the head, like boop, 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 boop. You just waiting for the good side of them to come back, and by the time the good side comes back, you look like Martin when he was in that boxing match and his head was all swelled up and they had all that uh, clay and stuff on him and makeup, and it looked like somebody had beat the brakes off of him. Yeah. All right. So you don't want to end up spiritually feeling beat up and drained. All right. And the all the frustration and stuff like that from dealing with someone who you're trying to hold on to for the sake of being a good person. You have to go be a good person by yourself sometimes. The most important person for you to be a good person to is yourself. That's the most important person that you have to be a good person to. I'm sure you're a good person. I'm sure you care about people. All right. I'm sure you like making sure other people are good, but you have to make sure that you're good above anybody and everybody. You have to be the most important person to you. All right. Your energy has to be the most important thing to you, and your mental health has to be the most important thing to you. If you do not prioritize those things, you're going to be a shamble of a person. You're going to be the type of person that doesn't value themselves. You're going to be the type of person that doesn't respect themselves. And when you don't respect yourselves, people will play with you and they'll just have a field day with you. It'll just be an open house with you. And people will think that they can treat you any kind of way that they want when you continue to place yourself willingly around these kinds of people, because once you realize who they are, it's your decision, it's your choice. You have the power in the matter, because people aren't going to change. They're going to continue to be who they want to be and do what they want to do because that's what they feel is best for them. And once you realize that, you have to do what's best for you. All right. And that's to remove yourself from out of that circle, remove yourself from those fake people. All right. Once they show you who they really are, you can see clearly. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. All right. Once the rain is gone and you can see clearly, you got to focus on yourself so you can go have you some bright sunshiny days. And because you keep putting yourself around certain people, they're gonna block out that sun like a plane spraying that stuff in the air. They're gonna block out your shine. Okay, you don't, and they're gonna try to destroy your peace of mind. And if somebody is willingly trying to destroy your peace of mind and you willingly keep going back around them, that's not, you're not making the right choice at that point. And you value them and you value the relationship more than yourself. All right. You have to value yourself more than whoever else you know. All right. You can't allow people to play with your peace of mind. You can't allow people to destroy your peace of mind. You come around people, you expect to have a good time. You come around people, you expect it to be all love and stuff like that, and friends, and good times and all these kinds of things, but you're looking for something that's not there. You can't expect somebody to give you what they don't have once they show you they don't have it. And you can't continue to look for something that's not there, when it's not there. That's like that they're basically, without doing it, they're basically like taking your peace of mind, and you're with them, and they're taking your peace of mind and trying to help you look for it. They're taking your peace of mind and they're trying to, hey, you know my peace. Have you seen my peace of mind? You know where my peace of mind is at? Nah, I haven't seen it. I'll help you look for it though. All right, yo, cool, let's go. Got you looking all around the house for your peace of mind, looking under the couch, looking under the seat cushions, checking in the refrigerator, checking on top of the refrigerator, looking in the backyard. You seen it? Where was the last time I thought you saw it? Over there. They just playing with you the whole entire time. All right, they just toying with you. All right, and just trying to continue to manipulate you, because this is how some people unfortunately enjoy themselves. A lot of people are miserable and unhappy, and they want people to be miserable and unhappy with them. And when you are not miserable, they have to manipulate you and do things to poke and prod you, to try to get you to bring you down to their level, so that way they could feel comfortable and they don't feel anxious. Because when you are flying high and soaring and feeling good and things of that nature, and your mental health is good, and they see that you're peaceful, it actually causes them to get upset. It causes them to feel some type of way. It causes them to feel insecure, because they feel that they're missing something, because they don't have that. They're not able to develop that kind of peace due to certain things that they won't bring to their attention, certain things that they won't work on, certain things that they keep ignoring. And if they're going to play with your peace of mind and toy around with you and show you that that's not a priority to them, but you're making them a priority to you, bam, bam, you have to make your peace of mind a priority to you. Your energy has to be a priority to you. Your mental health, it has to be a priority to you. You got to make your mental health a priority to you, because if you're not healthy, then how are you going to feel? I know you care about other people. I know you appreciate having people in your life. I know you want to have people in your life. All right, you want friends. You want people around you. You don't want to not have people. You don't want to not be able to enjoy the company of others. All right, but when that company becomes toxic, it's nothing for you to enjoy. When people show you that it's like a love hate kind of thing, that's an unhealthy relationship, and that's not something that can be enjoyed. That's not something that you have to try to put your best foot forward in. That's something that you have to that's something that you shouldn't have to try to salvage. You can't salvage something that is unsalvageable. All right. It's like they call it a relationship, and the ship is falling apart, and it's like the Titanic. It hit that iceberg, and it's like you like the captain. You trying to go down with the ship. you can't go down with the ship. Like, yo, captain, we got some rafts over here. No, no, no. Like, nah, you don't need to go down with any ship. All right. You don't need to go down with the relationship. What you need to be down for is your peace of mind, your personal health and things like that. Peace of mind, health, energy, that's what you need to focus on. If you see other people not prioritizing that for you, then that means you have to prioritize that for yourself. If you see people toying with that, playing around with that, constantly trying to show disrespect, throw shade, things of that nature, try to make you feel not too hot, try to make you question your reality. They do something, you try to talk to them about it, resolve the issue. They're not really into that. What are you talking about? I didn't do that. I don't. That's not it. All right. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. It's been another Druuill special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. We out.